Alright, hello and welcome to another Magic Online Society video. I am BoboFraggles and I'm recording this on behalf of the Magic Online Society. So today, we're going to be going through part 1 of my Premodern Monthly Series event. The Premodern Monthly Series event within the Magic Online Society Discord is 5 matches, but because these matches take so long because it's blue-white Landstill and it's a control deck, I'm breaking it into 2 videos. So this is part number 1, and stay tuned for part number 2, which will include the last 2 matches, and if I make it into top 8, any of the top 8 matches. So I'm going to do a quick little Dech Tech on blue-white Landstill in the Premodern format. Now, if you're unsure what the Premodern format is, click the link in the description below and you'll get information on all about Premodern. It is an amazing format. I believe it's 4th edition through Scourge only. This format is absolutely amazing. So, real quick, this is a blue-white control deck, right? The goal is to control the board and draw cards and win with incremental advantages with Mishra's Factory, Fairy Conclave, and Decree of Justice. All right. Now, the namesake of the deck is Standstill, and it states whenever a player casts a spell, sacrifice Standstill. If you do, the opponent draws 3 cards. So the point is to put this down and then do nothing but win with Mishra's Factory until it forces the opponent to play a card. Thus, I draw 3 cards, and then with all of my card advantage and counterspell, Mana Leak, Forbid, control the board. So real quick, we'll go over card choices. First, 26 lands. Huge amount of lands. 8 basics, 4 Flooded Strand. There's no dual lands to fetch, so they have to... It's just a mana fixer. Then we use a Dark Card Waste because it's a great mana fix for blue-white. Coastal Tower, again, mana fix. Dust Bowl, extremely important because Mishra's Factory is one of the most commonly played lands. So getting rid of, be able to get rid of your opponent's man lands is really, really important. And then Fairy Conclave as an additional win condition. For removal, we have 4 Swords to Plowshares, extremely important. 4 Standstill, of course, is the namesake of the deck. 3 Mana Leak, very good. Early, not so good late, but great counterspell. 1 Powder Keg, great card. It's like the engineered explosives of the Premodern format. Counter Magic, we have 4 Counterspell, 1 Forbid. Sometimes we have so many cards in hand, and not all the cards are always useful, so be able to cash those cards in for Forbid is really good. Card Advantage, 3-factor Fiction, extremely important. Such a great card advantage spell. 4 Accumulated Knowledge. This comes into play especially in the mirror because your opponents have accumulated knowledge in the graveyard, so you can draw 5-6 cards for 2 mana. Impulse is just selection. 3 Wrath of God to keep the board clear. We need to make sure the board stays clear at all times. Humility is a great way. If they do flood the board, then we can just kind of reset it. And then 1 Seal of Cleansing, and this is for your opponent's man lands. And Survival of the Fittest, one of the most commonly played cards in Premodern is Survival of the Fittest. So 3 Decree of Justice as well. This is where you also win. It's very much like Shark Typhoon in today's world. You cycle it, you can pay X, create X/1/1 tokens, and that gives you creatures that you can attack with underneath of a standstill because we cycle it, we didn't cast it. So I hope you see how the cohesiveness of this deck works. It's extremely powerful in the format. If you like blue-white control, you'll love this deck. Sideboard, we're looking at 2 Circle of Protection Red because red is a very, very popular deck and it's very good. We also have 3 Blue Elemental Blasts for red. So, red's a weak matchup for us, so we are prepared for it. Exalted Angel as well. It has lifelink, 4/5 for 6 mana. In today's standards, this card's terrible. But in the context of Premodern, this card is really, really good. Because you can also lay it down on turn 3 or 5 or whatever, and then lay down your Standstill, and then morph it later. So it just gives you an ability to work with Standstill. It's a great card, Standstill. 2 Annul for these Survival of the Fittest type decks. You've got to be able to handle their early survivals. 2 Gainsay for the Mirror Match and other control decks. Phyrexian Furnace for Graveyard, Hermit decks, Survival decks. Light of Day is for I forget the name of the Dead Guy Ale matchup, and then 2 Disenchant. Disenchant is there's a lot of enchantments that matter in this format, so it's just a way that we help handle that. So hope you enjoyed. Again, this is part 1. This is 3 matches, and we'll be back with part 2 after. So I hope you enjoy watching me play the deck. All right, hello and welcome to another Magic Online Society video. I'm BoboFraggles, recording this on behalf of the Magic Online Society. Today we're playing Premodern, so really excited. We are on blue-white control, and unsure what our opponent is on, but our hand's pretty good. It's a little slow, but we have a counter spell to hopefully stop anything crazy from happening. Let's go ahead and just drop this coastal tower. And we'll go from here. So we're on blue-white Landstill. The deck is a ton of fun to play. Very control-y. Very grindy. We'll see how we do. Wall Blossoms, okay. I have a feeling we're going to be sitting behind this counterspell for just a bit. Flooded Strand here, typically there's no fetch lands to get, so it only gets basics. So it'll get an island because we already have a plains, and we just need the plains for the Decree of Justice. So we just need to sip. We just need a Factor Fiction. So we're just gonna play draw. Again, we're okay with a Wall of Roots. We're gonna try to hit their payoff. That's gonna be the plan. If they discard us, that's a problem. I don't want them to know the hand, and I want them to think that we have more than one, so we'll just counterspell. It's what they're going to take anyway. Alright, good. That's a good cleanup spell. So, we'll see what they do in this turn. If they drop a bunch of stuff, then we'll just Wrath of God on their turn. I mean, on our turn. On our next turn. And we'll see. If they duress us again, that's a problem. Duress tends to be a beater versus our deck. Yavimaya Elder, sure. When it dies, you may search your library for 2 basic land cards and put them in your hand. Okay. I don't think we Wrath this board. I think we just drop this and we play a Factor Fiction on their end step. Yeah, sure. Hit us. Okay. Alright, so they hit us. Okay. Another Wall Blossoms. Okay. Card replaces itself, so Wrath of God is net neutral versus them. So we technically we're just a 1-for-1 if we Wrath of God. Because it replaces itself, replaces itself, replaces itself. Let's just let's Factor Fiction here and see what happens. It's a lot of lands, which we need. So alright, we're obviously gonna take the coast. You know what? We're gonna choose pile 1, so we hit land drops. We already have another Factor Fiction, and this gives us a mana leak, so we'll choose pile 1. Oh, that was like super good timing, huh? I mean, we'll wait till next turn to do it, but or we don't, and we just drop it, and then we can cycle Decree of Justice on their end step. Or we just Wrath of God now. We could just Wrath of God now. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn we can Wrath of God and then play Standstill. I like that idea better. Alright. So we are going to have to discard a card, but that's okay. feel like discarding a card, though, gives them a lot of information about our hand. I'm like, I want to... Alright, yeah. We have a win condition here. Okay. They're valuing us to death. Alright. We're just going to Wrath of God, and then we'll... White. White. 2. We'll Wrath of God here. They're probably going to sack each one of these. So they can only draw a card off of them. So they'll get their hand will fill back up again, but we'll play a standstill. Yeah, that's fine. It's not great for us. All of their card advantage. They have like a lot of intrinsic card advantage, but a lot of built-in card advantage for this deck. Alright, so that'll resolve. They're actually going to go to 8. 8 cards in hand. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. That's fine because that'll take us to 8 cards when they do that. Okay. We're gonna draw a lot of cards this game. All right. Let's see what happens here. 4 of their cards are just basic land, so alright, they crack right into it. Smart move on their part. Yep, smart move. Sure, doing it again. I feel like we gotta drop as many spells as possible and then drop this standstill again. Like, I feel like we just have to keep standstill on the board. So let's just drop this accumulated knowledge. It's an impulse. 8. What else can we play before? We just need to dump cards, and then we can keep up Mana Leak, play Standstill, and keep up Mana Leak. Sure, yeah, get your cards. Yep. Alright, so they're going to draw a bunch of cards. That's going to fizzle. And then let's play another Standstill. We're both drawing a lot of cards, and they have a lot of basic lands, which makes each one of their draws, consecutive draws, better, and makes this Mana Leak worse each time, so that is something to be aware of. But we keep hitting our land drops, so as long as we keep hitting land drops, this Decree of Justice will eventually be really good. Yeah, I mean, I think we just have so many cards that it doesn't matter. Like, we have two different types of counter spells. And they're going to, in a weird way, them making us discard cards is actually probably a good thing. I know it sounds so weird, right? Like, but we have so many cards. Okay, cool. And they missed on one, so that's fine. We have too many cards is our problem. Next turn, we can at least start dropping things out of our hands. So we can get rid of this. On end step, we can probably just impulse and try to find something good. You know, or we could... I'm going to counter anything they play, basically. What do we have that's more of one? Let's just counter it. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but let's just counter it. Because then we got rid of their card, too, so... Sure. That's fine. Sure. We have a lot of choices here, right? I mean, what's accumulated knowledge? Another decree of justice. Okay. Let's impulse and try to find swords. Oh, humility is real good, huh? Yeah, humility is real good here. And we're going to drop that right now. I have two white sources, I do. White. White. Cool. We're going to get rid of a Dark Heart Wastes. We have nothing to do. Next turn, we can cycle a Decree of Justice and just go like nuts. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My 9. So we'll get 5 1/1s. So that'll be really good for us. And it's a Wrath of God. Huh. We could just Wrath of God. Actually, we don't need to, do we? We really don't. We can literally just cycle this Decree of Justice. If they attack, we'll cycle and then we'll block everything. Nice. I think they're going to have something to destroy this humility. Like, for sure. The humility's gone. Destroy target non-black creature. Sure. Nice. That's good for us. That's a really, really good for us. Blasted Germ. 1/1. Humility is so good here. Humility for the win, huh? And now we go on the offensive because we're going to cycle again on their end step. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Okay. I mean, I feel like we're in the driver's seat. Like this, like pre-modern is a really interesting format because like it can go any way. You know what I mean? Like as soon as this humility gets destroyed, like we are super screwed. So, um, they're searching for an answer. You know what I mean? But again, we're gonna get a lot of these tokens, and another land drop. Okay, and a factory. All right, we can. I'm just gonna give it everything except for 7. Leave back 3. Okay. Let's just drop the Seal of Cleansing for no reason, just to get cards out of our hands. And then we can Factor Fiction on their end step. Look how deep we are into each of our decks. 23 cards left and 32 cards left for them. And we're about to Factor Fiction again. Alright. And they conceded. Yeah, I mean, so super powerful. I don't think we really have anything for them because they're like a green creature deck. I feel like we're pretty set. And Circle Protection Red's no good. Annul is no good. Disenchant's no good. Blue Elemental Blast is no good. Exalted Angel is a maybe. I don't know. I kind of like our setup now. I mean, this Seal Cleansing is pretty dead, I think, so we can just bring in an Exalted Angel for that. I don't know how good Powder Keg is either because they have a lot of 2. No, they have 2 and 3. So let's get rid of a Powder Keg too, and let's bring in another Exalted Angel. Let's just bring in more things to clog board and block and make things difficult. We need to search for this Humility again. Like, Humility was obviously like the card that won that game, so we just need to get there. Alright, let's see what happens here. I love Premodern. It is such an awesome format. It just is like one of these formats that like you just can't get enough of. It feels like it's like the core of Magic. And you get to play Standstill, which is such a fun card. I'm actually kind of like wondering a little bit about. Okay, so we got Humility in hand, which I don't actually like it in this. I don't like it in the hand, because then they can discard it. Because they will be discarding us. Like, you can bet money on that. So, like, this card's dead, this card's dead, this card finds us something, this card's dead, and 3 land drops. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Alright, this hand's better. We have a lot of land drops. And we have the Standstill, so we can buy ourselves time, and we have the Mistress Factory, so, like, sure, they have a man land, sure, but that's fine. So do we, with this Mistress Factory. So I think I'm going to drop Mistress Factory, drop Standstill, is going to be my exact line of play, especially that, yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Alright. So the plan's going to be here to drop Standstill. And now we just sit behind our land drops. Like, they're probably just going to crack it. I think this player is well experienced in the format and knows, I think, for the most part, as they did last time, just to play into it. If they let us untap without... Yes, okay, cool, perfect. They know what they're doing. And they know they can potentially just even us out on cards or whatever. So it makes sense. And they're going to probably miss the first... So, okay, so they're going to get 2 cards. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's a good play on them. It's a very good play. We still go up a card, and that's the most important thing. And technically they go down 1 because they have to sacrifice their Wall of Blossoms if they want to hit us for more. So, card for card exchange, I feel like we're still positive, and that's really what this matchup is about, is going positive on cards. The more cards we see, the better off we're going to be. That's my new mantra. Next turn we just hold up Mana Leak. I mean, and then a turn after we can Factor Fiction. So that's going to be... I'm going to drop this to Dark Card Waste, so that way we can just forbid something. But I have a feeling they're going to sacrifice this. They're going to take this. I mean, we have Impulse. So we can hold up Forbid and Impulse on their end step to find more card advantage. Does that make sense? Yeah, so this is gone. Which actually kind of clarifies our lines a little bit. It does clarify our lines just a bit. And they know every single one of our cards, so... Another Wall of Blossoms. Okay. Alright. So, oh, nice. Exalted Angel. Okay, so we're getting there. I mean, we have a plan. We're going to hold up Counter Magic and then Impulse on end step to find a Factor Fiction or something along those lines. And they know about the Mana Leak. They know about the Forbid, so at that point, we're just going to start playing our... Oh, yeah, for sure. That's going to get Mana Leaked. Absolutely going to get Mana Leaked. And they know it's going to get Mana Leaked. That's not a surprise for them. Which leads me to believe, like, what do they have in their hand? That they don't want... that is better than a Pernicious Deed. Because Pernicious Deed is real good. Versus a Humility for sure. They're probably throwing out good spells. Yeah, we're going to counter anything and anything we can. Anything and everything that we can. And, you know, they're throwing spells into the... They're throwing spells into it, which is totally fine. Getting a Mana Leak here was good because they think the Mana Leak is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn, we could potentially drop... we could Impulse plus Mana Leak on this end step. For sure. I mean, we're going to Mana Leak whatever this is. Haunting Echo. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, no, we can't let that resolve now, can we? Haunting Echoes is real good. We're going to Impulse. I feel like I want that counterspell, right? I feel like we've countered 3 really good things in a row. So let's lay down the Haymaker. I don't think this is going to get... Oh, we could have potentially have just laid that down as a morph. Couldn't we have? Oh, no. It's my fault there. I feel like it's going to die. Blastoderm. Okay, that's fine. That is so fine. Because we're gonna stay net negative life with this Angel. So we'll take one a turn from Blastoderm, which is fine. The fact that they played... I like this tech, by the way. I really like that tech a lot. I think that's like genius versus a standstill deck because it would just make us deck ourselves. But now I'm going to start going aggro on them. That's going to be the plan. This Exalted Angel is going to take us home. Yeah, I don't, that's fine. I'm not countering that. Get as many lands on this board as possible. It takes a blue and a no blue one. So I have we're coming in 2 turns. 2 turns to victory here with a counter, with counter magic and Source of Plowshares on board. I think we're gonna get there based on this. Based on counterspell, Source of Plowshares, I feel like we're gonna get there. And we even have a Mistress Factor as a blocker in case anything gets real crazy. They could play that beast thing though. If they discard us and then do something crazy, then I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a problem. But the fact that they're digging is good for us. I think. You know, and stay tuned. This is a really long video. This is gonna, each one of these matches may take like an hour. This might be like a 5-hour long video with all the pre-modern Landstill stuff. But again, I really like our spot here. Like, I really, really like our spot. They are up to 6 cards in hand, though. But 2 of those, so really they're at 4 because 2 of those are basic lands. And it looks like we won. So thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with match number 2. All right, we're back with match number 2. I'm on Blue-White Landstill, and we won the play. We'd love to play first. Okay. Alright, so this hand's pretty good. We got 2 counter spells, super weak to Cabal Therapy, if that's a card they're playing. But we're just going to drop an island and we're going to pass. There's nothing else to do here. Let's see what they do. A Forest, Quirion Ranger. Okay. Let's drop the Darkar Wastes. We'll counter pretty much anything they play, or we'll play Impulse in their end step. Especially if they return the Forest to their hand and miss a land drop. Island, okay. Alright, attacking us for 1. Okay. Alright, we're just going to play Impulse. Ooh. We have enough lands to hit land drops. Let's just take the Wrath. Alright, let's hit our land drops. Oh, another land drop. Let's get all our colors on board before we start worrying about what to do with it. we have a lot of double blue pips, and I want to make sure that we are hitting all of our land drops. A creature or land card you own from outside, or land, so we're going to counter that. We'll counter. See if they do it again. They hit us for 2, or for 1, I mean. Let's just start the Mistress Factory. We have our colors online now because of the Coastal Tower. And we'll counterspell or Factor Fiction on their end step. One of the two. I hope to Factor Fiction on their end step. That's what I hope to do. City of Brass, huh? Okay. 5-color deck. Yeah. We got him on the ropes. Let's see what we do now. Ooh, Mystic Snake. Very nice. Alright. Alright, I gotcha. Very nice. Was not expecting Mystic Snake. But we're just gonna Wrath here, I think. No. No, they still can't attack or anything, so we'll just hold up. I want them to commit to the board a little bit more. We can hold them off with the Mistress Factory at this point. Yavimaya Coast. Okay. Green, blue. Trait, flying. Tap 2 and tap creature. Return target permanent to its owner hand. Ooh. Okay. We're not going to counter. We're going to Wrath all 3 of these things away for sure. Okay. And that gives us 6 mana, so now we can hold up Mana Leak or Counterspell. So, white, 1. 2, or Wrath. Tradewind Rider, huh? That card's really good. Really good with Mystic Snake. Oh, tapped. Oh, geez. That is a complete and total reusable effect, huh? It's like an infinite boomerang. Alright, Wrath of God. Okay. This deck is such a classic blue-white control deck. I mean, just controlling the board over and over and over again. Sitting on a ton of counter magic. Opposition. Wow. Okay. Opposition, huh? I see now. Okay. Their deck is awesome. That deck is great. I love it. I love this deck so much. I'm glad we're playing against it. Ooh, Sylvan Library. Yeah, that's going to be a no. We can't have Sylvan Library on this battlefield. Sylvan Library would be too good. They would just drown us in card advantage. Yeah, I like Stand Still. Stand Still. And here we go. The slow, inevitable beatdown with the Mistress Factory begins. if they play a spell, we draw a bunch of cards. I highly recommend Blue-White Landstill if you ever love like control decks and you want to play Modern. It's really good. It's really tough against survival decks. Like survival decks kind of prey on it, but like for the most part, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of fun. All right, so I think this is gonna be sort of like our last match. Like we don't want Seal Cleansing anymore, and then we really don't want Powder Clegg. Instead, we'll just get there with these cards. All right. Yeah, this hand's good. We're going to play the Fairy Conclave first because it comes into play tapped. And then we'll probably play... I don't know. Haven't gotten that far. Birds of Paradise. Okay. We're going to be on the back foot here. Depending on what their 3-drop is. Wall Blossoms. Alright, that's perfect. Perfect. Sure, that's fine. It's totally fine. It's not great for us. Like, we don't love it. But, they didn't play, like, some 3-drop threat. So... And we'll be more than happy to trade off anything and everything that we can. Take us to 9 cards. We'll go to 10 cards. We're going to play land. Take us down to 8 cards. Potentially play something else, so we'll have to... Wow, okay, nice. That's good for us. Very, very good for us. The more they're afraid to play things, the better off we are. My leg is falling asleep because of my dog. Alright. Alright, this is good for us. Alright. Again, we just hit land drops. It's our only job. Double Exalted Angel, huh? Whoops. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I don't have anything else to do anything. Yeah, I mean, this kind of gives it away that I don't have anything to do, but they're also not playing into it, so as long as they want to sit here, we'll sit here. I feel like it's better for us long term to just be sitting here. Let's fix our mana a little bit better. And at least we get to use our mana. Alright, they're at 16. They are not playing into this. I wonder what that means for us. I mean, we just keep hitting our land drops, so as long as we keep hitting our land drops, we're good. And we're at the point where we just have enough mana to basically do whatever we want anyway. I wish this was put onto the battlefield, but it's not. Alright, they broke it. That's a good play. So we only got a net of one card to go on top of here. Well, can't take it back now. Okay. Double impulses. Land of War, sure. I'm sure they have a Mystic Snake too. Oh, jeez. Sylvan Library. Alright. Another Sylvan Library, okay. Now I'm really happy that we hit them for 6 because it's an extra card that they're not gonna get. They definitely have a Mystic Snake here, but we're just gonna make them use it. Oh wow, okay. Well, we got the Wrath, so we'll choose pile 2. More land drops. We'll just Wrath. We'll play another land. Let's just play that, and then we'll Impulse. Or you know what? Let's get this. There we go. Because then hopefully we can cast a Standstill. The double Sylvan Library is a problem, but we now are presenting threats on the board. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands in play. About to have 9 with a Decree of Justice in hand. That's 6 1/1s. Plus the 2, it's 8. They're at 14. If they take a card, they're at 2. You can only take, okay, so they can take 1 card off of this. Okay. Good. More mana dorks. That's good for us. They have more mana than they know what to do with, so I don't think any more mana is necessarily a bad thing. Oof. Okay. Tap target artifact, creature, or land. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is when they try to opposition us, we are going to play a bunch of instants in response. You know what I mean? So sure. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to swords this thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 5 of them. Okay. I think we're in the driver's seat still. I think that we are probably in the best position that we've been in yet, just because we're presenting so much to the board. I mean, sure, they only have three. They only have 3 cards in hand. So even if, and like we're gonna wall a root, sacrifice a beast, you gain 4 life. Okay, and they don't have another beast. Okay, so they're gonna go to 10. They're gonna go to 10. Tap down an attacker. Sure. Um, sure. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go in for it. I don't want that Sylvan Library to like get them anything more than just look at the top 3. We can still impulse on their end step then this way. Sure, that sounds good. And I want to stop their lands from their City of Wrath from producing a color mana. I know that's so small thing, but again, I don't want them to get another card off this Sylvan Library. The Sylvan Library is really good against us, but I feel like we've dug a little deeper and we have the better hand here. The Decree of Justice was really good against an opposition deck because it gives us so many targets to tap. I mean, and we did it on instant speed, so. All right, and we won the match, so that was a lot of fun. We'll be back with game number 3, or match number 3, in just a bit. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Hello and welcome to the round 3 of our Premodern event. This is BoboFraggles. I'm playing Blue-White Landstill. Now, we are versus Ruben Ma in this event, and huge shout out to Ruben Ma, is a patron of the Magic Online Society. So we appreciate that, and we're gonna mulligan that hand because that hand is bad. This hand's better. It's not great. Um, I'm hoping this swords can go far. I'm gonna get rid of the accumulated knowledge. I know that's, or probably gonna get rid of the powder keg. Yeah, let's get rid of the powder kegs. We don't know if it'll be good. So you know, let's see. Let's see what happens. A floodplain, eh? Okay. Let's just drop this island and we'll pass. We got nothing to do. We'll 6 again. Floodplain. It's actually like surprisingly very good. Early game, late game it becomes a little bit either really early or really late. It's fine. Mid game it's not as good, but I totally understand why people use them. Because a lot of times you want these like 8 effects to fetch up basic lands. It's still good mana fixing. Like no matter how you flip it, it's good mana fixing. So let's drop this accumulating now just to start like cycling cards. We need to get through here. We need to hit land drops, and just stay on our game. Hitting land drops, countering spells, answering threats, hitting land drops, drawing cards. That's what we do. The Wrath of God's going to be really good if they do get onto the board, but I think we're in the mirror, aren't we? All right. I don't want to do anything. We're ahead in this race of we're ahead in the race because we have the Mistress. Okay, there we go. They got the Mistress Factory now. So now it would be, we are literally in a standstill, and that pun is intended. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch. Oh no, I selected the wrong land. But my point was to go ahead and fetch to not have any stack battles where I fetch where I'm down a land. But I'm basically down a land by accidentally fetching up that plains. That was a huge mistake. Nice. Dust Bowl's perfect. This gives us a reason to get rid of that extra plains now, because we're gonna hit that Mistress Factory. That Mistress Factory's gotta go. In this type of matchup, since man lands like are the primary way to win, they're gonna cycle the Creed Justice. Okay, that's fine. How much are they cycling it for? 2? Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going to keep them off of non-basic lands for sure. I mean, they can't really attack into this. I mean, all right. So, sure. I'm actually going to save it. I want to fight over this and kill one of their tokens. I'm sure they have a counterspell back, and that's going to be bad for us. We shouldn't have done... We should have just waited. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. We gain 2 life, we take 2. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We have planes that we can get rid of. So many planes that we can get rid of. We have another counterspell, so we actually have enough to Dust Bowl plus counterspell. So that's what we're going to do on their end step. We'll take 2 again. We're not in any rush. 2 is fine. Sure. And we will... get rid of their Mistress Factory. Factor Fiction, no way. Mana Leak. Oof. Okay. Nope. Okay. Not good. Let's give them... I don't want them to have a Dust Bowl. We'll do that. Because I'm most afraid of the Dust Bowl. More than anything else, I'm afraid of the Dust Bowl. And I don't mind if they play a standstill. I really don't. Yep, they took the Dust Bowl. Okay. really need... We really need... I hate to use a Wrath of God for this, but... These cards are dead in hand. We need to start drawing cards. That's what we need to do. We need to pull ahead on cards. Sure. If they're going to get rid of our Dust Bowl. Alright, well, I'm going to kill their Dust Bowl immediately. I mean, their Dust Bowl has got to go. Because the Dust Bowl wins here. I mean, whoever has the Dust Bowl wins. So... Okay. Now I just need to hit land drops. I mean, that's going to be the plan. Nope, nothing. I can't even counterspell, so... It's a lot of draw go here. That land drop is really crucial. I still can't counter anything. Okay. I'm gonna actually stop just passing the turn because potentially very interesting game here. Very, very interesting game. I mean, these standstills are basically dead in hand. So, I think I'm actually going to cycle this Decree Justice on end step and just get going. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's 2 a turn. There we go. Give me a land. No lands. That's okay. The Dust Bowl matters. Like, I cannot stress how much the Dust Bowl matters. And now that we have a Fact or Fiction, like, even if we crack their standstill, we each have so many cards. Like, I'm thinking about cracking it on their end step, potentially, for their cleanup. I mean... or actually, we can just wait for them to do it because now we have the advantage. So we just need to sit back and wait. Standstill is going to be cut for sure in the mirror. Like you cut them. They are terrible. We need to hit more land drops though. Like we are not hitting our land drops. So all right, nice. All right, so we're just going to use our mana efficiently. And we're going to get rid of another Plains to kill the Mistress Factory. Nice. And we get our own Mistress Factory. And this is what I mean where the Dust Bowl matters. The Dust Bowl is probably the most important card that we have. In the mirror, anyway. Because the win condition are man lands. Okay, nice. Alright, so... And again, they did the smart move, right? They did this on end step. So, they cracked their own standstill. Completely and totally reasonable thing to do. So we need to get rid of some cards here. And we have some dead ones, right? We have Standstill, Swords to Plowshares, all not great. It makes sense that they cracked their own standstill. But it really helped fix our hand up. So now our hand looks a lot better. We have land drops. Yeah, That's fine. We're going to factor fiction on their end step. You know what? Let's just... let's just impulse first. Let's see what we get with this impulse. I love this mirror match. This mirror match is so good. Oh, the one time this works. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna lay down another one. This is intense. Let's grab an island. Let's play the standstill, and if they counter, we'll counter. We have the advantage, so let's keep the advantage going. Accumulated knowledge, sure. And we will hit for 2. The only problem is if they cycle a Decree of Justice again. That's the only other problem. Okay. Alright, so they play. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Alright. We got a Decree of Justice, though, so... I kind of just want to fight over it just to fight over it. That's kind of where I'm at. I want to fight over it to fight over it. Sure. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, it's down. It works. I'm on board. We're gonna drop another Mistress Factory. If they cycle Decree of Justice, they only get 1. It's not good enough, so we're just gonna keep hitting in. Playing a standstill, that screams to me that they have a Decree of Justice, right? I mean, like, they absolutely have a Decree of Justice, but so do we. And we're 4, 5, 6, 7. They're... Okay, so technically they have more lands than us, so they can get more creatures, but then we have another one too. So we are fine with that. And we'll put the accumulated knowledge in the graveyard, so that way we draw more cards off the future accumulated knowledge. Oh, we should have got rid of this Mana Leak. That Mana Leak's dead. Yeah, let's... Oh, the Dust Bowl's tapped. Okay. Let's just keep finding our lands. Alright, so we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 5. They are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are 1 more, but we have 1 man land plus a Dust Bowl. We win the race. So we are just going to Dust Bowl them on end step. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I got no quarrels. Sure. 6 creatures. Sure, sure. I think it's going to be very evident here in just a second on why Dust Bowl is so important. Like... Okay. Okay. We're gonna get 5. Yep, we trade. We'll take 3. We'll take 4. We'll go to 10. Another Dust Bowl. Nice. Okay, so we can pay 3. And sacrifice said Dust Bowl. And we'll leave it at that. Wait for them to let us draw a bunch of cards. Sure, draw 3 more. Another Decree Justice, nice. I want that in its own pile. Watch them take the Decree of Justice. I hope they take the Decree of Justice. Nice. They took the Decree of Justice. Nice. Discard till I have 7 in hand. How many do I have? 10. Mana Leak. Mana Leak. And we're down to 18 cards. Let's get rid of the Fact or Fiction. 14 and 18 cards. Okay. They have a Swords to Plowshares, so we'll take the 3. We'll take the 3. Let's do this first. Let's accumulate knowledge. I want to try to find a Swords of Plowshares. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. Right, I don't have enough. So we untap. Let's drop another Mistress Factory. Is that the one I just made? Oh no! Oh, whoops. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. That could be a really big misplay here. Okay. 1, 2, forbid 3, and we'll get rid of a Coastal Tower because it comes into play tapped, and we can't have that right now. How many counterspells have they played? They definitely have a counterspell. We have 2 counterspells, so we'll block it. Swords of Plowshares. Let's start eating things out of their hands. Sure. They actually got to use their mana leak, which is nice. All right, super close game here. 11 cards in hand, huh? I wonder if we have any Swords of Plowshares left. 1, 2. We do. We have Swords of Plowshares left. I think we need to cycle now. Or you know what? Let's just try this. Let's just do... Oof. That's tough. We should still have some Swords of Plowshares somewhere in this deck, but I don't see it. So... planes. We don't need it anymore. There it is. Ugh. Unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll get 4. I think we lost. Looking at it, I think we lost. We'll just have to wait till next turn. Sure. All right. This is an intense game. Just so we don't have to discard as much. If we can weather this storm, then we can untap Wrath of God. Oh, the Flooded Strand should have gone. Duh. Alright. They only have 4. That's not terrible for us. That's not terrible for us. We can untap Wrath of God. Let's make them use whatever they have. Okay. Sure. Take 3. Three cards left in library. So let's just do this now. Okay. Not great for us. Ah, GG's. 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 Super close game. I punted there quite a few times. Punted there quite a few times. All right. We want to keep this in. We want to get rid of the standstills. I don't like them. We want to have these. Definitely want gainsays. More disenchants. I want to get rid of the humility and the Wrath of God. Let's try that. Let's see how we do. I think we're going to lose probably mostly. Even if we win this game, we're probably going to lose on time, which is something that is... It's like miracles players in a big tournament. It just doesn't always work, you know? So we'll see. I hate the standstills. I definitely hate this. I hate the standstills. We had the opportunity to win that game. We didn't cycle the decree adjust. Like, we let them use, looking back on it, we let them use spells we knew were in their hand, and we didn't have to, right? Like, we didn't have to let them destroy our lands. That's the 2 extra 1/1s. We didn't have to. I got caught up in the moment. I did not play correctly. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Play the concave. Being on the draw here is actually probably better, to be honest. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Double factor fiction is going to be really, really, really nice. Like, I'm really excited for the double factor fiction. And basically, like, you know, we're not going to counter anything too early, but we'll counter enough. 2 floodplain, okay. We're just going to pass. All right. Whoever makes the first move is the ultimate loser of this game. So, getting these lands into play now. We're hitting our land drops, which I can't... So important in this deck to hit your land drops. Like, you just have to hit them, because you will go up on cards. That's not the problem. The problem is, again, not hitting land drops. Because, like, for instance, now, if we can fire off a factor fiction, it's going to get countered, right? So I would rather just... We don't need to do anything. So we're just going to hang tight. We're just going to hang tight. Whoever misses their land drops first is going to be the one that has to do something. So, and it's actually us. So, what's factor fiction? Sure. All right, factor fiction, counterspell for sure. Mana leak, sure. Yep, mana leak. We knew that was going to happen. We hit our land drop, so we wait. Dust Bowl. Seal Cleansing, sure. Factor Fiction. We'll gainsay if they counter it again. Oh. We're just going to take whatever they give us. Whatever's more. Like... Sorry, excuse me. Whatever they give us, that's more, is what we're going to do. It's interesting. That's very interesting. And let's grab a plains, and we'll do... just gonna try to start answering one for one as much as possible. On their end step, I'm going to Dust Bowl their Dust Bowl, and then they're going to Dust Bowl our Fairy Conclave. So that's to be expected. We're going to Dust Bowl their Dust Bowl, sacrificing a Plains. Then they'll Dust Bowl their Dust Bowl. Our Fairy Conclave will go away. Which I should have tapped the Fairy Con. Okay, so we're getting rid of each other's Dust Bowls. Okay, that's fine. Land drop. Land drop. We are going to lose this game on time. That is just to be expected. Land drop. These gainsays aren't doing much, but if they activate that Mistress Factory, then, which they're not going to, they're smart enough to not do that. Let's Impulse. Try to find another Fact or Fiction. Oh, nice. Huh. Yeah, let's get accumulated knowledge. Let's draw cards. That's what we are here to do. Draw cards. There we go. Decree of Justice. Let's get this party started. More land drops. Land drops forever. Land drops. All right. Okay. And it's really weird accumulated knowledge when they have accumulated knowledges. Very, very interesting. I'm down to 33 cards in deck, and they are not interesting. If they fire up these Mistress Factories, we are, like, going in on them. We're going to gainsay their counterspell. For sure. Oh, okay. I think they tapped the mana and then thought against it, maybe? Maybe they're going to cycle their own Decree of Justice and block. I don't... It has to be a decree. A Fact or Fiction. Yeah, no, we're not letting that resolve. Counter target blue spell. Counter spell. Again, we gainsay again. We traded two for two. That's all you can ask for, and we're up on creatures. So if they ever fire up that Mistress Factory again, we're still in a good spot. Sure. I'm banking on these things to win me the game. So I can win with 3. Okay. All right. Do they take? Yeah, okay. They took the Dust Bowl. Okay. That's to be expected. Yep. Okay. We're going to take 5. They're at 11. And I'm also going to go ahead and drop this powder keg down because I don't want them to have all the tokens. So I'm not going to put a fuse counter on it. We got nothing to do here. Dust Bowl is a problem. Nope. Okay, we're coming in. They fire up that Mistress Factory. We're ready for it. Yeah, sure. I got nothing for that. Dust Bowl. Key in the matchup is Dust Bowl. Absolutely key in the matchup. Oof. Yeah, they're going to start pulling ahead. We really need to draw on accumulated knowledge. Even though I doubt it will ever resolve at this point. Like, we are so... We are so in on these 3 tokens taking us a victory, which is not going to happen. I mean... Forbid, probably. Sure. Sure. Alright, we're out. We're out of gas. Let's just sacrifice this. Get our planes. And hope for the best. Okay. Wrath of God's a terrible draw. Terrible draw. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, fair. I'm just gonna go ahead and Wrath of God after, because I know it'll resolve. Sure. Wrath. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. I can win if I do another Decree of Justice right now. That's a little unfortunate, but we're not going to win this game any other way. Like, we're already so down that we should just play it. Yeah, we're basically just playing into their victory now. This game is over. Counterspell. Yeah. Oh, another accumulated knowledge. Oh man. Yep, Swords of Plowshares. Yep, 13 cards in hand. Whew. Yeah. I mean, Fairy Conclave, sure. Stand still. Yep. I might deck them. That might actually be a legitimate plan. Does accumulating knowledge say target player? Okay. Another terrible draw. Yeah, that's fair. Hitting off my non-basics. Yep, coming in for 2. We're just gonna play this out and let Rubema have some fun. So feel free to fast forward a little bit in the video. But again, huge shout out to Rubema, patron of the MOS. We really appreciate your support. This has been a really fun match. And as you can see, it's important. And like, let's just take this matchup for what it is. It's a case study, right? In control versus control. I cut my standstills. I'm surprised that they didn't. But yep, nothing to do. They cycle. Okay, sure, makes sense. Just getting rid of our lands. Dust Bowl's really important here. Turn 21. We've had like 50 turns of play here. And it looks like the recording is at almost 45 minutes just in this match alone. So, as you can see, this match is like really, really intense. And I think it's best if we go ahead and concede here. So, technically they have 9 cards, but we have 3 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with game number 4 here shortly. So, thanks for tuning in.